Hello students, welcome to you all. Today we will go through chapter 6, Name and Education in Science. Imagine you are at a talk show host and you have an interview to Stephen Hawking. Now, who is Stephen Hawking? Stephen William Hawking was an English theoretical physicist, cosmologist, author, and the director of the research at Center for the Theoretical Cosmology at the University of Cambridge. He was also the Lucasian Professor of Mathematics. Hawkins achieved commercial success with several works of popular science, in which he discusses his own theories and cosmology in journal. His book, A Brief History of Time, appeared on the British Sunday Times bestseller list for a record-breaking 237 weeks. And this present extract is from Stephen Hawking's Black Holes and Baby Universe and Other Essays. Now go through the chapter. Whether we like it or not, the world we live has changed a great deal in last 100 years. He says that it is not the question of our liking, whether we like or we don't like. But what is the general truth? That this world has changed a great deal in the last 100 years. He says that while he was doing observation of the last 100 years, then the world has changed a lot, and it is likely to change even more in the next 100 years. And he said that when I am counting about the coming 100 years, then he said that the world is going to change more. Some people would like to stop these changes, and he said that there are still some people who want to stop these changes and go back to what they see as a purer and simple age. Means there are some people who don't like to see the changes in life. They want to become they want to live a simple, pure, ordinary life. They don't want to lead the advanced technological life. They want to lead the simple and just ordinary life. However, now see, however, as history shows, the past was not that wonderful. It was not so bad for a privileged minority. He said that history is showing what? That the past was not wonderful. Past was not, you can say, fantastic. It was not so bad. For whom? For the privileged minority. Privileged minority means the small section of people who have all the benefits of life. It was not so bad for those kind of people. But though even they had to do without modern medicines, but they had to lead the life without these modern medicines, because these modern medicines were not available in the past time. And he said that the childbirth was also at a highly risk for the women, because they were not getting any kind of modern medicines. So it was quite tough for them. But for the vast majority of the population, life was nasty, brutish, and short. Nasty, brutish, and short means the life was just like animals, cruel and very short. Anyway, if if one wanted to, one could not put the clock back to an early age. And he said that if anyone want to change the time, then you cannot change the time. You cannot put the clock back to an early age. Knowledge and technique cannot just be forgotten. You cannot forget about the knowledge, you cannot forget about the techniques, nor can one prevent further advance in future, and you cannot check the advancement in the future, the progress in the future. You cannot check it. One cannot stop inquiring mind from thinking about the basic science. And he said that you cannot stop anyone's mind questioning about the basic of science, whether or not they are paid for it. Whether means paid for it means they are not earning, whether or they are earning or not earning. But you cannot stop anyone's mind, whether it is paid or not. The only way to prevent the further development would be a global totalitarian state that suppressed anything new. He said that if you want to check the further development, if you want to just prevent the further development, that what you have to do, you would be the global totalitarian state. What is the totalitarian state? Means based on the political system in which the ordinary people have no power and are completely controlled by the government. Means the ordinary people have no power and they were completely controlled by the government that suppressed anything new, and they are suppressing for anything new. But the human initiative and ingenuity is such that even this would not succeed. Initiative means ability to lead an action or ability to do any effort, and ingenuity means skill at inventing the things, because the people have this quality, the human being have this nature, and because of this nature even this would not succeed. All it would do is slow down the rate of change. If you want to prevent the person for the advancement, then only you can check the rate of advancement. You can slow down the rate of advancement, but you cannot stop the change. The change must go on. Why? Because the people have the questioning in the mind, the people have the inquiry process in the mind, they have the initiatives, they have the ingenuity, and because of these things, you cannot stop the people for change. If we accept that we cannot prevent science and technology from changing our world, and if we are accepting this, that we cannot check, what we cannot check, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी फ्रॉम चेंजिंग अवर वर्ल्ड. आपने देखा होगा साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी ने हमारे जो जीवन है उसको कैसा चेंज कर दिया है. This is the one reason that I am teaching you by the videos. This is also the advancement of technology. And in the same way, he said that we have to accept it, that we cannot prevent, we cannot check the advancement of science. We cannot stop the advancement of science and technology. And this is the rapidly changing this world. This advancement of technology, this advancement of science is changing this world very rapidly. We can at least try to ensure that the changes they make are in the right direction. हाँ, ये हम कर सकते हैं कि जो भी साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी से हमारे जीवन में परिवर्तन हो रहा है, जो चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, तो उनको हम क्या कर सकते हैं. We can do one thing. We can make sure that at least whatever changes are there in our future, it should be in the right direction. वो सही डायरेक्शन में जाना चाहिए, गलत डायरेक्शन में नहीं होना चाहिए. In a democratic society, this means that the public need to have a basic understanding of science, or ऐसा करने के लिए क्या होता है? इन डेमोक्रेटिक मीन्स इन अ सोसाइटी वेयर डेमोक्रेसी इज देयर, व्हेन एवरीवन हैज़ द राइट टू स्पीक, एवरीवन हैज़ द राइट टू डू द थिंग्स। उन्हें क्या मालूम होना चाहिए? They should know about the basic understanding of science so that it can make informed decision and not leave them in the hands of experts. Not leave them in the hands of experts means they in if they have the knowledge of the basic knowledge of understanding the science, then they can understand the changes also. They should not go to the hands of expert always for these things. At the moment, the public has rather ambivalent attitude towards science. Ambivalent attitude, divided attitude towards science. It has come to expect that the steady increase in a standard of living that a new development in science and technology have brought to continue. Now means because of this advanced technology of development, this advanced technology development, and due to the science, what come increases the standard of living. It also distrusts science because it does not understand it. This distrust is shown in the cartoon characters of the mad scientist working in his laboratory to produce the Frankenstein. What is Frankenstein? Frankenstein means a monster that destroy its creator. He said that it is the distrust is shown where in the cartoon characters. Why? Because the mad scientist is working in his laboratory to produce what? Frankenstein means the monster. They are producing the monster, and that monster, what that monster will do? The monster will destroy its creator. Okay, it is not monster, it monster. The monster will destroy the creator, but the public also has a great interest in science, particularly in astronomy, as is shown by the large audience for the television, such as the Cosmos, and for the science fiction. Now, the people have the great interest in which the people have greatest interest in astronomy, and they were talking about the cosmos. Cosmos, you know very well. They were talking about this cosmos and about the science fiction. What can be done to harness this interest and give the public the scientific background? It needs to make informed decision on subjects like acid rain, the greenhouse effect, the nuclear weapon, the genetic engineering. Clearing the basis must lie in what is taught in the school. Now he said that what can be done to harness this interest. Harness means if they are interested in astronomy, if they are interested in cosmos, then how we can make the use of these things. This interest, how can we convert into to make information, the decision on the subject like acid rain. They should know about the acid rain. They should know about the greenhouse effect. They should know about the nuclear power weapons and what is the genetic engineer. Means if they have the interest in science, then we have to also see these kind of interest also. Clearly the basis must lie in what is taught in the school, but the schools, the science is often presented in dry and uninteresting manner. And what he said, that when we are talking about the school, then the school is presenting science. How the school is presenting science? In a dry and uninteresting manner. Means they are not creating any interest. When the student is talking about science, then some kind of horror in the mind. Why? Because not having any interest in the science. Children learn it by rote to pass the examination. Rote means they are memorizing only. वो learn कर लेते हैं. क्यों? Because they want to pass the examination. They don't have any kind of interest in the science. They do not see it is a relevance to the world around them. They don't want to see that it is related to this world. Moreover, science is often taught in the term of equations, and if you are talking about science, then they are how they are taught. They are taught in term of equations, and although the equations are a concise and accurate way of describing the mathematical ideas, they frighten most people. Means although these are the accurate ideas and these are described in the mathematical way, but these create the terror in the mind. When I wrote a popular book recently, I was advised that each question I include would halve the sales. I include one equation, Einstein famous equation, E minus MC2. Maybe I would have sold twice as many copies without it. Now, the scientists and engineers tend to express their ideas in the form of equation. Now, what the scientists do? The scientists and the engineers, they all want to solve, they all want to express their ideas, but they want to express their ideas through the form of equations, because they need to know the precise value of quantities. But for the rest of us, a qualitative grasp of scientific concept is sufficient. This can be conveyed by the words and diagrams without use of equation. Means if you are talking about the qualitative concept, then it is sufficient for the people. They can understand the diagram in comparison to equation. Now, the science people learn in a school can provide the basic framework, but the rate of scientific progress is now so rapid. There are always new developments that have occurred since one was at a school or a university. When we are talking about the rate of the scientific progress, then it is very rapid, it is very fast. There are always a new kind of development occurred. Means once a person is in the school and then in a university, then in the means a lot of things can change. I I never learn about the molecular biology or the transistors at school, but the genetic engineering and computers are the two of the developments most likely to change the way we live in future. He said that I'm not interested, means I never learn the molecular biology, and he said that I had not gone through the transistor at a school, but he was interested in genetic engineering and the computers. He said that these two are the developments most likely to change the way we live in future. The popular books and magazine articles about science can also help to put across the new development. He said that if we are talking about the new development, then the books and the magazines also do a lot of efforts, you can say a lot of help in that area. But even the most successful popular book is read by only a small proportion of the population. And if you are talking about the rate of popularity, then it was read by the small group of the people only. Only the television can reach a truly mass audience, and if you want to send it to the many people, then only one way is this, and that is television, because it is truly reaching to the mass audience. There are some very good science programs on television, but other present scientific wonders simply as a magic without explaining them or showing how they fit into the framework of scientific ideas. The producer of television science program should realize that they have the responsibility to educate the people, not just entertain. He said that they should not only entertain the people. You have seen the magic show. In magic show, what they are doing? They are only doing the scientific things. They are only using the scientific ideas and methods, and by these scientific ideas and method they are showing the magic, but they are not explaining that how scientifically it is proved. They are not proving it. And he said that don't do this for the entertainment of the people. If you want to use the science, then use it for knowledge of the people. And he said, what are the scientists related issues that the public will have to make decisions on in the near future? And he said, if there is any issues, there is any problem related to science, then the people will have to make the decision in the coming future. But for the most urgent is that of nuclear weapon. Other global problems such as food supply or greenhouse effect are relatively slow acting. He said that when we are talking about any problem, then only one problem is the major problem. This is the nuclear power problem. And he said that other global problems such as food supply, greenhouse effect, these are relatively slow acting. But when we are talking about the nuclear weapons, a nuclear war, a nuclear war could mean the end of the all human being. अगर हम न्यूक्लियर वॉर की बात करते हैं, then it is dangerous for everyone. It will end the human life. Earth within days. The relaxation of the east west tension brought about by ending the Cold War has meant that the fear of nuclear war has receded from the public mind. Receded means gradually gone. Means he said that there is a relaxation of east west tension. What is east west tension? The hostility between Russia and America that was brought by ending of the Cold War. And he said that what is the result of that? The result is this, that the fear of nuclear system has gradually gone from the mind of the people, but the danger is still there as long as there are enough weapons to kill the entire population of the world many times over. He said, but still there are danger for the people because there are some other scientific inventions, and these inventions can destroy the full population within second. In former Soviet states and in America, the nuclear weapons are still poised at a strike all the major cities in northern hemisphere. It would only take a computer error or a mutiny by some of those manning the weapon to trigger a global war. Mutiny means, he said, they need only a trigger, means the little start is there, and then you can face the mutiny. Mutiny means a situation where workers disobey the person in authority and try to take control of the things. And he said it is even more worrying that even the minor powers are now acquiring the nuclear weapon. Means the nuclear weapon is now in a more powerful way, and it is dangerous also for the human, for the humanity, for the human being. The major powers have behaved in a reasonably responsible way so far, but one cannot have such confidence in minor powers like Libya or Iraq, Pakistan, or even the Azerbaijan, the danger is not so much in the actual nuclear weapon that such powers may soon possess, which would be fairly the rudimentary, though they could still kill millions of the people. He said that the major powers behaved in a reasonably responsible way. But when we are talking about the other minor powers, means one cannot have such confidence in the minor powers. Who have the minor powers? Like Libya, Iraq, Pakistan, and Azerbaijan. These are the minor powers, and you cannot have such kind of confidence. The danger is not so much in the actual nuclear power, but such powers may soon possess, which would be fairly the rudimentary. Rudimentary means very simple, that they could kill still the millions of people. Rather, the danger is that a nuclear war between the minor powers could draw the major powers with their enormous arsenals. Arsenals means a store of arm and ammunition, means the minor power can result the chaos between the major power also. And it is very important that the public realize the danger, but the pressure on all government to agree to large arm cuts. And what the people, the government have to do, the government have to make the less use of all these nuclear power. It is probably not practical to remove the nuclear power entirely. Means practically we cannot remove entirely it, but we can cut it. We can lessen the danger by reducing the number of weapons. If we are lessen means we are making less use of these nuclear weapon, then we can stop the danger, at least we can reduce the danger at some level. And if we manage to avoid this nuclear war, there are still other dangers that could destroy us. Or if we are manage, means if we can manage this, क्या मैनेज कर पाएंगे? टू अवॉइड द न्यूक्लियर वॉर. अगर न्यूक्लियर वॉर को हम ख़त्म कर पाते हैं, देयर आर स्टिल सम अदर थिंग्स दैट कैन डिस्ट्रॉय अस. There is a sick joke that the reason we have not been contacted by an alien civilization is that civilians tend to destroy themselves when they reach our stage. But I have enough faith in good sense of public or to believe that we might prove this wrong. He said that we cannot go to prove what we cannot go to prove, that an alien civilization is that the civilization tend to destroy themselves. सिविलाइजेशन यानी सभ्यता जो है वो खुद अपने आप को बर्बाद कर देती है. एंड ही सेड दैट व्हेन दे रीच अवर स्टेज, मीन्स he said that I have good faith. He said, but I have a faith in the people. I have faith in the public. What the faith? To believe that they might prove this idea wrong. Which idea? That an alien civilization is that the civilization tend to destroy themselves. They are ready to destroy themselves when they reach our stage. I hope this chapter is quite clear to you. Thank you.